Hello everybody and welcome. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Motorsport Manager. Last we left off, P14 and 15 in the championships thanks to a strong start. Which, I mean, we take that. I can never... Yeah, P12 and 17 in the last race isn't amazing, but hey, it's points. Unfortunately, both our drivers got into an unfortunate laser attack incident or something, and both have a dodgy neck for 8 weeks. Which does not bode well, at all. Let's see an interview. Jons Dottir had a bit of a disaster, finishing down in 7th. Yeah, disaster. No, they're good. They're good. And I'll butter them up. Literally, it's the trait called buttered meat. Oh, hello. Yeah, so basically they are willing to listen to me. Should we choose to approach them? We got a new band part, of course. Let's check our pit crew. They suck. No, that's about it. They suck. They will get better throughout the seasons. No need for hiring, no need for this. And our reserve driver isn't exactly the best ever. Despite the dodgy necks, they're still better than our reserve driver. They have no fitness. They will have no fitness whatsoever, which means that they will pace will drop off during the race significantly. But what can you do? I'm not expecting much from Spa here. Well, Ardennes, which is the name of the region. So let's start fixing the new engine. Totally legal one. Don't look it up. Don't look into it. It's quite annoying that we struggle to get legal parts a lot. It's just the way our chief engineer is, chief designer even. Oh, can we design a new part? Well, first you need a gearbox in your car. Yep, then we can design a new part. Okay, we're gonna need to start making legal parts. Acceleration during qualifying is completely useless since, well, we don't do qualifying. Slower to build, but better, yeah. And more reliability of the gate, maybe. Maybe we do that, and no, the rest is risky. Just do that. Another $1 million down the drain. Let's call it an investment, shall we? 1.2 million loss per race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races left to go. We're still very much in the green. All right, let's go. I've been asked in the comments of the last video to take my time a bit more. I will do my best to do so. But when a race is boring, it's boring. The new gearbox is here, and it's even legal. Oh, wow. And actually almost ready to go already, since we built it a bit sturdier. Not gonna be at an amazing reliability level for the race. It's in 8 days, but it's gotta be functional. And sometimes that's all you need. We'll give it to 3%. Okay, you want a better car. Okay. Keeping our drivers balanced. They have equal status. And let's go for the new part already. What would be nice for next track? Acceleration, deceleration, medium speed corners. Okay, we can invest in any of those. We'll go with a better suspension. I'm okay with less reliability. It just means that will take longer to fit the parts onto the car, but yeah. Slowly but surely. What's up? New vote! 3 dry weather tire compounds. I'm actually for this. I'm not going to put both my votes, but I don't struggle with tire wear. This is not true. We're so slow that our tire wear isn't really anything to worry about. And having a harder compound can be good for some races. Oh wow, I really didn't need to vote for, did I? Yep, So next season, we'll have 3 dry compounds available, say soft, medium, or hard, or super soft, soft, and mediums. Having the versatility is good, in my opinion. It's also more interesting. It also makes things a bit more interesting, because right now we really don't have any... Right, yeah, you want more facilities. We don't really have any strategy on tires usually. It's like, yeah, we are not limited. When with three tire compounds, you only get 5 of each, and there's a bit of strategy coming on. Without qualifying, not too much, but it can still lead to a few interesting things. All right, traveling to Spa. Well, not Spa, legally distinct Spa. The new gearbox, 70%, should be fine. Spa is really hard on the engine. Because there's long straights. Not that harsh on the gearbox. Still pretty harsh, but 69% should be nice enough. No, I'm not leaving you home. You 4 weeks, you were still... No, okay, you won't have a dodgy neck from Munich, at least. 16th or above, because let's face it, we suck. Okay. Off to Belgium. And there's gonna be... Yeah, there's gonna be... What do you might call it? Practice, which I will skip. I'll skip it here. If you guys really want to see it, I will keep it in the videos, but it's really boring. Oh, god damn it, I realized I just muted myself. Sorry, I wanted to mute the music and not myself. Yeah, for Spa, you want relatively high gearing and not that low of a downforce. There's a twisty section, but it's a lot of long straights, so maybe something like that for starters, and then we'll see what the feedback is. And we'll go on softs. It's not that harsh on the... You know what? We'll go on super soft. It's not that harsh on the tire wear Spa. It's harsh on the fuel consumption because there's long straights. Usually what I go for, really, is I try to go near the middle of the green bar, steering it, pun intended, in the direction I think the track requires, but that's about it. All right. See you all on the other side of practice. And that's practice over. We scored P8, P11, which is not too bad on the super softs. Only half a second of the pace for Domingo, or test driver. The thing is, the AI sucks at setting up during the actual practice, and then they just get it perfect. This is my experience. And it's gonna be raining in Belgium. I'm shocked. Oh, wow, it's gonna be bad real quick. I think we go straight onto the wets. Yeah, I don't think the super softs are going to be that useful on this one. Yeah, the game even says. I haven't done a fantastic job on the setup. If you look at the one previous, the final lap, I was only at good. And then I nailed a 94%, which is great. I'm not going to change that. Wet tires, yep. Gomez, you're the smooth operator compared to Anthony, yep. Who 90% isn't the worst thing in the world. We'll go with 1 fuel laps of fuel so that we can full push as we do. All right, we're off. Starting grid, we start in P6 and P7 because of our championship position. Not too bad to start off the front, but we'll see how that looks. It's 5 lights. And away we go in Spa. Good start from Anthony. And we got somebody running wide already. Anthony up in P5, P6. Evans completely misses the first corner. That's good because they're one of our main rivals. Everybody's pushing, trying to get some temperature in these wet tires. We want to stay at the front as much as possible. And the wet tires are kind of an equalizer in that regard. So it's very good for us. Oh my God, Evans. How far did you go? You're 12 seconds off the pace already. Ooh, around the outside in the twisty section, but not quite. Anthony cannot get the better of two, maybe at the next corner. Nope. And Gomez is trying to go around the outside, but can't quite find the grip on these wet tires. The wet line is very much forming, but not much grip for the time being. The track is not quite wet enough for these wet tires. It will be in a couple laps, and we go on the very long back straight in P5, P6. Thanks to Evans going completely wide. That is not bad at all for a first lap, and Tang has crashed. The race leader couldn't get it on the track on the exit of what is totally not La Source and went straight through. No safety car, but actually very good for us because this is also one of our rivals. We're not in competition with the top of the pack here, but Tang, we've been mingling with them, so that's one extra position for us for free. Gomez trying to go around the outside of his teammate and does pull it this time, despite the dodgy neck in the chicane, and keeps it after, well, what would that be? Pujol? Probably. Through what is totally not no name and onto the last sector. There's no really Blanchiment in here, which is a bit of a shame. We're still in contact, second to Dreyfus, unfortunately, but that's fine. Anthony up the inside, and we are starting to have some heat in these tires, so we're going to take it a bit easier on them. Same with the fuel, I think. We do want to go a bit long on this first stint. No, we don't. What am I saying? We don't, but we'll make do. Yeah, 5 more laps here, 6 more laps here. I will tell them to lift a bit, but for now this is sufficient. Dreyfus and the top 3 are checking out because our drivers are just slow. And now the track is starting to be very wet indeed, and I don't think it's going to get much better over time. Everybody's still pushing, trying to get some heat in these tires. We are good on that regard for the time being. And bunching up the pack is actually, I mean, I'd rather we were faster, but at least bunching them up means that we won't lose in the pits. Anthony under attack by Rogers, but keeps the lead. Slow yourselves down, people. That's very good. It's good for Gomez if Anthony can slow down the pack behind so that Gomez can get a couple seconds ahead. We will go for risky pit stops. The top 3 are 2 seconds off the road. It's not too bad yet. 5 laps of fuel. Yeah, with the last 2 laps, we will have to lift a bit the last couple laps of their stint so they can go at the end fuel-wise. So far, through Radiant Eau Rouge. Eau Rouge, merci. Okay, we are... Oh, Anthony under attack by Marchetta. Marchetta goes through. That is not really surprising. I do believe they are in a very quick car. Much quicker than ours anyway, which is... I mean, the bar is pretty low. And that's probably the start of Anthony dropping through the pack. Because the faster car have caught up to the front. Oh, Anthony! Anthony around the outside and takes it back from Marchetta. Very good job here. Oh, baby. Wasn't expecting that, but we take it. Okay, Anthony, you're going to have to lift and fuel a bit if you want to go for 3 more laps. Yeah, just so. Just enough fuel. And the same will be true for Gomez. And Rogers is through, unfortunately, on Anthony. And so is Marchetta. All right, that's when we start dropping. That's okay. As long as we stay in the pack and we bunch them up, that leaves us a good chance in the pits. The tires are starting to get a bit toasty, but nothing too bad just yet. The AI is still full pushing on these tires. Temperature is pretty cold. Probably due to the liters of water on track. Anthony down in P8. Gomez still holding, and the moment I say that, Marchetta goes round the outside. No. Gomez keeps it. Parks it on the apex. And that is P4 save for now. And again, under threat. Too wide. Nope. This time they're through, and Rogers want to go through as well. And Rogers will go through as well on the pit straight. Not much we can do there. Well, Anthony, you can push a bit more on your fuel now and on your tires as well, since you're going to box in 2 laps. Gomez down in P7, Anthony in P8. The fast drivers are going through. That is not surprising. This is what this reverse grid does. But Gomez in P6 in the chicane, taking advantage of El Sadat, going a bit wide, but now back under threat by the number. Yep, nope, he's through again. That's okay. We're still very much with them. And a good pit stop could change. And then Gomez go through. And Anthony is looking around the outside. Oh, El Sadat having a nightmare of a sector. Maybe the suspension is not quite set up properly for this sector. And that's in P6, P7 once more. Very good indeed. Very good indeed. Now, next lap, we're going to box with Anthony for... Ooh, do we go on inters? I think we go on inters. Is it risky? Yeah, yeah, it is. But I think they will be the better tire after a couple laps. Remember, we will box at the end of this lap, so it will already have started to dry up a bit. And yeah, I think with Anthony, we box for inters. And for Gomez, we may even go on dries for Gomez. We'll try the fast pit stops. A mistake usually doesn't cost 3 seconds anyway. So Anthony, you can push. Gomez, you do the same. Your tire deck is through the roof. Don't care. These tires are gone by the end of this lap. El Sadat is through again. But no, Gomez and Anthony say, we have other ideas, my friend. Now on this chicane, who's gonna pull? We've got Shah in the mix as well. And we're making an El Sadat sandwich at Tumbles Racing. Bon appetit. Anthony, if you want to slow down the pack behind you to protect Gomez, you're more than welcome to do so, but I'm still going to tell you to push, because otherwise they'll just go through you, like you don't exist. And yeah, going through. El Sadat going wide again. And onto the last real corner. P6, P7 for the first stint is actually pretty damn good, considering where we stand in the overall performance of the car. And into the pit goes Anthony. Gomez will follow. And yeah, I'll go on into... I'm not going to risk the dry tires, but we may short fuel. Nah, we'll put 7 laps like we did for Anthony, and but we may pit a bit earlier than that. We can go up to 9 laps. So not before lap 14 we need to box. Yep, these inters are going to take a beating at the end of the stint, but that will be true for everyone. And you can put your engine on high. Marchetta went wide. Very good for us. And that pit stop is going really well. Yep. Very good. 7 laps of fuel. Okay, put some heat in these inters. You're going to be okay on fuel. Now, this first lap, you're going to be slow on these inters. But, yeah, the timing of the pit stop is better for Gomez, but he was ahead. And he's actually staying ahead of Mello. And not that far from Rogers. Dreyfus has crashed. And that's another position for us. Unless we finish both 17th and 18th, that's our pocket money from our sponsors secured. And it's not looking too bad for the time being. We really need not to mock up the strategy on the dry tires. Anthony got overtaken here, but that's fine. Into the pits we go. 7 laps of fuel, a quick pit stop, let's hope. We did take a risk, but our crew is well rested, and they're not quick, but they're not mistake prone, and that's a very good stop, and just leaving the pits, very good indeed. Where is Anthony? A bit further back because of the time loss of the inters, and Gomez leaves the pits in P7, but there's still 5 cars having yet to pit ahead. And I don't think... They may have had the right strategy for the first stint, but they're going to have a short inter stint. Now, Gomez, if you want to bunch up the pack, that is... Oh, some of them went for the dries. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to tell them to push on these tires, because we're not going to keep them for too long. But we need to at least go to lap... What is it? 14. Simply for fuel reasons. Otherwise, we're going to have to run very low on fuel, and that's going to be very, very bad. So I'm going to tell them to... Wait, why do you have an extra lap of fuel compared to her? God damn it. Hate it when the game does that. Well, you can push at least. Yeah, the rounding is a bit weird for fuel. So just get into these inters. I don't care if they overheat, because we're not going to keep them for too long. And here come the wet tire runners, leaving the pits, and we are in P3. And they're on soft, so they're going to start dropping quickly until the track dries. This is where we make our gap. This is where we take advantage of their tire choice. And yep, you can see that Rogers is struggling for grip on these super softs. Sabato is running wide on his super soft. So this is where we try to create a gap to the soft tire runners. Anthony is plowing through the field as well. And we want to pit, as I mentioned, lap 14, because we can only embark 9 laps of fuel. So we've got 3 laps, basically, where we need to take advantage. I know you're churning through these tires. I do not care. Ooh, safety car. Oh my god, Sabato has crashed. Okay, well. Oh, Gomez. Oh no, Gomez. You won't be able to box here. Oh, damn it. Because the idea is to fill her up and then come in for a very short stint at the end. Or maybe we don't fill her up. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. But will Gomez have time to dive into the pits here? That's very poor timing. But hey, free pit stop on the on the super softs is nothing to scoff at. Now, if we box Gomez quick enough, Anthony will have time to get a bit of fuel. So I think we're offsetting the strategy like that. Please tell me Gomez can dive into the pits. Ah, too late. Well, also, yeah, let's not burn through our fuel for no reason. I think Gomez just got shafted by the safety car. Like, just so. Anthony, your tires are going to be very cold when you restart, so do be careful. But yeah, Gomez in P2 is going to come at the back of the pack. Ah, that is unfortunate. I mean, the inter-tire runners are going to box, like we are. But wait, that's not too bad. What is going on with the safety car? It's completely out of whack. I don't get what's going on. Do you want to pit now? You just did. Tires underheated. Yeah, I know. We'll tell you to conserve so that they don't get stone cold. Okay, what's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen here? That's fine, that's fine. We are... Yeah, and Gomez actually got a good safety car. Chu and Mello stay out on inters. That is suicidal. We're virtually on the podium here. And Anthony is the one who got shafted. But all the inter-tire runners, all 5 of them, are going to have to box. Heading to garage. Okay, I'm going to tell them to push a bit. Try to get some heat in these tires before the safety car goes in. The AI doesn't do that, but we will. Just tries to have tires that are not, you know, dead cold on the restart. And then Gomez would go for a very quick 3-lap stint. Box. Go on super softs again. And you do that. Go on super softs again and try to, yeah. 4.4, yeah. That's what we'll do. I short fuel on purpose to try to stay ahead of the pack, and I think that was a good decision. The inter-tire runners are just gonna die. Okay, get some temperature in these tires, and away we go again. Now, the inter-tire runners are gonna get completely overwhelmed in no time flat. We need to make sure we don't drop too much trying to overtake them. Which we are. Yikes. Santana already in the pits, so Evans. Yikes. Yeah, that's where you see that all things equal, we don't have the pace. And Rogers crashed. Oh my god, what a race. Oh, 3 wide everywhere. That's... Yeah, and Gomez cannot make it through the inter-tire runners. He's just not managing to. That's why he's dropping like a stone. He's stuck behind them like he's on inters himself. Oh, Gomez. I know you got a broken neck or something, but... Ah, that's... sucks. All of our advantage is basically gone. Okay, you guys, full push. Gomez, you will box in 2 laps, so... try to not drop like a stone. Now... These guys, Santa Ana, Evans, etc., they will go to the end on their current fuel level. So there's like 2 packs creating here. So we need to make sure that we don't drop too much. But we are, and that's just sheer pace. That's just sheer pace. There is nothing we can do to prevent that. No strategy trick or whatnot. It's just... our car sucks. Oh well. 6 laps of fuel for the last stint. And Anthony will go for a 5-lapper. Low fuel, you're okay. Stay with them. You will be very light on your last stint. Yeah, we don't care about your tire deg. I shouldn't be overheating the tires that much, but... Okay, Anthony, your turn next. 5 laps of fuel, car will be okay. Okay, we're banking everything on strategy, because, I mean, it's not like we can bank on pace. Ah, and here comes the mistake. It was bound to happen at some point. Okay, only 1.8 seconds, so it's still better than not having done it. Just enough fuel. We are insured to have our sponsorship money because 4 people crashed. And we're still way ahead of Santa Ana and Evans. So Gomez will finish P14 at the worst, but we hope for better. And I'm going to tell you to push a bit on your outlap. Try to create the gap for the 5 people who still need to pit, including your teammate. Anthony diving into the pits. Yunk. Okay, please no mistakes. I know I'm taking risks, but these 3 seconds for pit stops are actually massive. Very good. Short stint, short fuel. Very good pit stop. Well, by our standard. And you'll be able to push a bit more than your teammates because you got a bit more fuel. Leaving the pits in P12. But, so ahead of Gomez actually. But there's still Beauchamp and Arbeola who need to box. I don't think they will take 40 seconds to box, but who knows. Yeah, Gomez is not having a good time. That little mistake, you can see Girard went wide. Well, too far ahead of the road to impact us really. We're hunting for El Sadat, whose tires are way more worn than ours. And Mello and all the others. And the track grip is starting to come back very slowly as cars leave some rubber on the surface. Can we fetch El Sadat and or Mello? Can we get behind that pack of Machete, Mello, and El Sadat? If they keep fighting, there's a world where in these last 4 laps we can maybe catch up. Especially with our slight excess of fuel. You know what? You're gonna full push on your engine, Anthony. Try to get involved in this four pack now. And Gomez getting overtaken by Chu despite the tires being in our advantage. 3.3 laps. You can push a bit more, mate. And yep, this is a 2-way battle here. Anthony chasing this 4-pack, 2 seconds off the road. I don't think we have the pace for that, but I'll be damned if I don't try. burning every bit of excess fuel we can have. You never know, maybe they don't have excess fuel, or maybe their tires are more worn. Although we are overheating ours pretty badly, so let's try to cool them down a bit. 3 laps left to go. Okay, Vanenen is kind of pulling away, but still Marchetta, Mello, and Elsadat. I don't think we're catching up, guys. Santana ran wide. Doesn't matter, you're way behind. That's what happens when you don't box in the safety car Predator team. We're gonna have to be careful in fuel. We are catching up, 1.5 seconds, but we're just not catching up quickly enough. Gomez is getting dropped by Chu. We may have people running out of fuel at the end of the race. I've seen it happen quite a bit. So we still need to push. We're not giving up. Yeah, the gap is stable at 2 seconds now between Anthony and that group in front. Gomez is still behind Chu, whose tires are starting to suffer a lot. He's having to go easy on these tires, so in the last lap, can tell Gomez to try something. Anthony, 1.5 seconds behind Mello. We don't really have the fuel to tell them to push right at the end. We barely have enough to finish, as a matter of fact. Okay, full push. Evans is out of fuel. Oh, well, you're going to be lost. Anthony is 1.5 seconds still, full pushing on these. The other drivers are taking it easy on their tires. I've never heard of that before. Hello, TSB. And yeah, if we have anybody else running out of fuel because they boxed early. Oh, Mello is out. Mello is out, and Anthony is in P11. That's more points for us. Gomez may catch up to Mello as well. This is the final sector. Can we catch up to Elsadat and Marchetta? Probably not if they don't have an issue. But Gomez attacking Mello, overtaking Chu. And right behind Mello, Anthony will finish in P11. Can we do it? No, I don't think we can. And that's a P11 and P13, which is really not bad. Well, that was an eventful race. It sure was an eventful race. P11, P13. That is better than our average, thanks to a bit of strategy. Thanks to 4 people binning it. That went pretty well. We were pretty conservative on our strategy, all things considered, compared to those who went on soft tires right after the wets. But that went pretty okay, all things considered. Yeah, you can see some did wet softs, super softs, and some did into softs. We did into softs, but thanks to the safety car. The safety car is really what helped us here. So we did a 3-stopper. But it was really aligned with the weather at the end of the day, so, you know, not complaining about that result. Oh, please don't let us get caught. Please have other people get caught. Yay. Nobody else got caught. We're the only cheaters, and we're still losing, but that's fine. We maintain our P14, P15 in the championship, creating a bit of a gap to Dreyfus, who dropped Santana and Evans, who are our actual rivals in Predator Racing Group, but we are also ahead of both Dragon Race Team China, which solidifies us as P8 in the team standings. Way better than expected. What do you mean we're rich? Yeah. I've been watching Motorsport for 42 years and I've never seen anyone worse than Alex Rogers. I mean, you haven't seen me driving. Had a few good tussles at 150 miles per hour out there. Elsadat, yeah, with us. Really happy with the result today. Shout out to everyone back in the Predator Racing Group factory. You finished last of the finishers by 20 seconds. You're the Aston Martin of this season. I mean, you're allowed to be happy. But I question the reasons for your happiness. Let's see what our drivers do. And all of that with a dodgy neck. Imagine if their fitness had held. That would have been very good indeed. Now, our drivers don't progress because they're maxed out. They suck. and we may see a massive change in line out. The sponsor will give us a bit of pocket change. P14, P15 in the standings. Thank you to Save, always happy to see you. Next up will be Munich. Totally not the Hockenheim ring again. There's not a huge variety. Our car is still dead last. Our drivers, not so. Especially with the dodgy neck. Our HQ is actually not that bad because we got a lot of money. Our staff is average, sponsors are average, and pit crew is... ooh, we may need to invest a bit. But that's a problem for future tumbles. Thank you very much for being here today. I hope you had a good one. I sure did. And I'll be seeing you on the next side. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.